Now, if you do a quick Google search of dragon's breath, supposedly it could kill you because it's so hot. Obviously, that's not true. So the dragon's breath unofficially tested at 2.48 Scoville heat units. How legit that is? Well, they did say unofficial. So all you need to know about this pepper is it was created by Neal Price, all right? And then a bunch of drama after that happened, a bunch of hoaxes. Everything's rumor. No one can really prove anything. All you need to know is Neal Price developed this, and it's pretty much just a 7-pot infinity. So I could change the title of this video to 7-pot infinity pepper review, but then it wouldn't get any views. No one would click that. But thankfully it has a cool name now. And I don't know if it was an off-pheno infinity or if it was just some sort of variant of the same. I don't know. All I know is a 7-pot infinity, Neal Price. And that's all you need to know. So I'm going to cut it open. I'm going to go from there. That's it. Now usually what I like to do is save seeds. So usually and I don't cut the placenta out or anything. What I do is I get the tip of the knife and I kind of scrape the seeds until they unattach. That way I'm not carving out placenta. It smells horrible. Let's get that out of the way. It smells floral. It's getting soft, but it's still pretty intact. Still looks pretty dangerous. So that's just what we're looking with, man. We're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with, man. It smells horrible. Then again, I've never heard of these things tasting particularly good. Ever, really, ever. Anybody I've ever seen review these, they're horrible flavor. They're just used for their heat and for their cool name. Other than that, I mean, there's not even really a strict pheno of dragon's breath that anybody has. If you look up dragon's breath peppers and you get seeds off of a website, everybody's looks different. So, I mean, when you got a 7-pot infinity variant with a bunch of drama, you're not going to get a consistent shape. You're not going to get a consistent heat. You're just going to get red blobs that people call dragon's breath. So, it is what it is. Floral! Super floral. No drink. Disgusting, man. I'm not gonna lie. For a brief second, it was sweet. But these peppers aren't really made for flavor. They're made for heat. Ugh. Disgusting. Dang, I cut myself good. Got some razor burn going on. Whatever. It's like really irritated. Not as irritated as my throat's about to be. Ah, man, it's floral. It's pretty hot, I mean, but it's nothing to the caliber of what we've been dealing with here lately. They're all generally the same. There's a spider. Gonna have to be taking care of him here shortly. My wife will freak out. You kill one and they just pop back up. And usually I'm a friend of spiders in the garden. Very fond of it, but these are like huntsmen's. Heteropoda venatoria is the scientific name of this one. I know because that's the only one I ever get. And they're similar to wolf spiders, but I think they're actually invasive. So they're eating native spiders, so that's not cool. So I kill them. I'd rather have a wolf spider. I'd rather have something native. But anyway, so I'm on fire. Full mouth burn. Wonderful burn. No wonder people use this in sauces. Provided the genetics that everybody shares from time to time amongst each other are somewhat the same. That's a good burn, and this would be a fantastic burn in the sauce. Had an upfront sweetness for a brief second, and I would use that in cooking. What else? It's really just a gnarly tongue burn. Back of the throat's torched. Stomach is history. I'll probably throw this up as soon as I stop recording, but that's to be expected. Matter of fact, these red super hots have been hitting me a lot harder than the chocolates. But whether I throw it up or not, these are certain peppers that I have wanted to try the heat. I wanted to taste them. I wanted to try them out. Needed to check it off the pepper bucket list. So whether I throw it up or not, cool, whatever. I don't really care. But when it's expected, I'm not too salty about it, especially if it's a weekday. I mean, I could really battle and like keep it down. My throat's on fire. This is one of the hottest things I've had. This is every bit of it as hot as that gasoline was. But where was I? Whew, it's hot. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh. Yeah, so I mean, on a weekday, I could because I got work, I could fight it. I could keep it down. But then if you keep it down, you got to choose your battles. If you keep it down, then you're running the risk of cap cramps at 2 a.m. I ain't got time for that. I got work in the morning. So if throwing it up, which takes like a minute max, will give me some relief, and I don't got to go through all that miserable in the night pain, it's a win. But like if it's a weekend, I'll try and keep it down just to build that stomach tolerance. Stomach, I don't know, it doesn't feel too bad right now. It's kind of on and off. My throat is torched. This was a migratory burn. This started out incinerating my mouth, and then it went to the back of the throat about halfway through the burn. I'd like to say it's peaked, but it's still way up there. I'm talking a lot because, one, I want to get this done. Two, yeah, it really burns, so it kind of helps keep your mind off of it instead of just sitting there and taking it. And then, who wants to have a bunch of silent patches in the video? If I can yap and yap and yap, why not? Yap saying, they say. It's hot. It's really hot. It's not panic mode, but it's hot. Yeah, buddy. If I was just, I'm obviously doing it for the heat too. If I was doing it just for flavor, I would only eat half, maybe a quarter. But I want to get the full effect of the burn. Ooh, look at that sun. What a beautiful time of day. I'm telling y'all, this is the best time to film. But anyway, if I was, like I said, doing this just for the flavor review, then I'd be taking smaller slivers. But sometimes it's fun to challenge yourself, and when you build your tolerance up, you don't want to lose it. I worked hard for this, all right? I ain't trying to just throw it away. Let's go. Let's go. This pepper ain't got nothing on me. Ain't got nothing on me. Or I'm really hurting. I'm hurting. Well, it's definitely peaked. It's coming down. It went from like this for me. I mean, my throat hurts really bad. Don't get me wrong. 8 or 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5 if I had to pick. But I don't know. It's manageable. Tolerance is up there though. Like I said, I'm eating these things like almost every day. But if I were to eat this a few weeks ago, I'm not saying I'd shut the camera off or anything, but I'd probably feel much like that chocolate pimentale. That hurt. And it feels like you're gargling straight lava. Right now, it just feels like I swallowed a bee and it stung the back of my throat, but there's a difference between a bee sting and pure lava, all right? Or it just a bee sting. I might even be able to keep this down. My stomach's unfazed right now. What? That's crazy. That's just crazy. Got me salivating like crazy. So if you see me like or hear me mumbling where I sound like I'm slurred speech, and that's in like almost every video. Well, the peppers are hot. I'm salivating, man. It's kind of got me connecting words a little too fast. It's so hot. It's hardly gone down. It's like a 6 now. Man, flavor sucked. Plain and simple. But if you want some killer powder and you're trying to make like this just destructive tincture with nothing more than ill intentions, grow a dragon's breath. Grow all these peppers that I've had. Dragon's breath, Hydra, gasoline, Reaper, Primo, whatever. Matter of fact, Joe Emery on Facebook from time to time will make tinctures, and he's the one who made Akuma. I bring this up all the time because it's still, that was a memory for sure. So Akuma, he made, however he made his tinctures, but I remember him telling me, and he used gasoline, Hydra, I think Dragon's Breath, Leviathan, Gnarly Scorpion, just all these like insane peppers. Just these unstable, like, who knows what the Scoville is, peppers. And that tincture's so hot. Like, I did maybe a quarter of a dropper, and I literally threw up. It was that hot. I've come a long way, but yeah. All these peppers are hot. They're all like those unstable whitehotpeppers.com F2 to F4. Excruciatingly hot and unstable. You may get different heat levels. The heat level's always like 1.4 plus on all these peppers that I've had. They're hot. Anyway, it's called Dragon's Breath, so what do you expect? But 7-pot infinity also makes sense because it burns for infinity, is what it feels like. But yeah, you should just look it up. Go on Google. All right, it's your homework. If you want some pepper drama, Google Neal Price Dragon's Breath hoax, and I think Welsh, maybe it's Welsh Dragon Chili. One of these YouTube channels. If you type in what I just told you, you also type it in on YouTube. There's a couple people who break it down. It's pretty interesting. If you're bored and you want to find out that there's pepper drama in this world, but it's pretty funny. Someone would just go to the links to create so much hype for a pepper. It's hot. It's pretty hot. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like if you order Dragon's Breath seeds, you're paying for a super hot red blob. Like there's no way to tell. People can say they got seeds from a certain person that's trusted, but I mean that's provided everybody's telling the truth. So take it with a grain of salt. All right, well I'm done burning. We'll see if my stomach can handle it. I'm gonna go grill some chicken. Have a good night.